This is the GV Podcast, a variety review podcast featuring two of the three idiots giving their thoughts on cartoons and anime. This is an opinion-based podcast, and there's no way we're saying our thoughts and opinions are objective. Keep this in mind and enjoy the show.
Hey there, Kakarot. It's your daddy. Let's see what kind of power level we've got here. All right. Whoa! 10,000. That's my boy. Wait, Broly? Here we go. Kakarot. 2. Crap. There is no possible way this day could get any more disappointing.
Bardock's going to be so disappointed.
If there was ever a time that I would like psychic powers, it's definitely when I'm about to die. Hello everybody, my name is Mayhem.
I'm Jinsu.
I'm Duke.
And we have a special guest today, and he's going to introduce himself.
I am Señor Azul.
How you doing?
And today we're talking about the DBZ Abridged, Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Bardock movie. Bardock, the father of Goku.
I was so ready. The moment that the video started, I was just like, I can't wait to pop up because the funny thing about all these Dragon Ball movies is they've got a Japanese name and the English name.
The official name is Bardock, father of Goku. That's the English
this
one.
This movie's called Dragon Ball Z, Bardock, the father of Goku.
He's going right into
Japanese, it is called Dragon Ball Z, A Lonesome Final Battle, the father of Z Warrior Son Goku who challenged Frieza.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's so much better. Why don't we just keep that?
Let's just outright spoil the Frieza saga in this random Bardock movie.
Bro, it's not like they haven't done that in other
Look
episodes.
at the amount of Japanese text, by the way.
Jesus, that's like 2 lines. Like 2
That's
full
3 lines.
Jeez. That's hilarious.
Imagine writing that every time.
Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna go watch.
Dude, we gotta come up with a different name, and then that's what they came up with the other one.
Bardock, father of Goku.
I was gonna say it reminds me of like all these new titles for like light novels.
Oh yeah.
Like, what was it? There are simple ones like Overlord, where it's like real easy, and then it's others like Konosuba, by the goddess's grace, and like kept going.
Oh god. Isn't there one that's literally like, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Yes.
And it's a bunch of crazy names like that. So this isn't, like hearing these Dragon Ball Z titles, this isn't a new thing, and it makes me so mad every time finding out how much of a mouthful the title of things are.
I love the idea that Dragon Ball started it.
The
father of the big 3, also the father of way too long titles.
Of complex names.
Dude, just look at Piccolo's special beam cannon, and that's what it's shortened to.
Yeah. That's what makes it special.
How do you pronounce it again?
Sapo?
Yeah.
You mean its 37-page name? That's what makes it special.
Fuck it! Special beam cannon! And you were watching the clock on that one.
Yes. But no, I remember there was another title that I heard recently where it was the original title for, I think, Cooler's Revenge.
Oh yeah.
Was Battle of the Strongest Rivals.
What?
That's it. And it's just like, what am I supposed to know about this movie? Like, what hint am I supposed to have? Who strongest rivals? I guess Goku could be part of that, but his strongest rival is Piccolo?
No, his rival is this new character he's never met before.
Exactly. Who turned out to be the brother of the guy that Trunks killed at the beginning of the Android saga. Oh yeah, it's just, I love Dragon Ball, just how roundabout and not roundabout it is. So,
by the way, this is Akira Toriyama's favorite.
Oh, of the
original movies, this is his favorite movie.
Now it makes more sense of him making sure to include more of Bardock in the Super Broly movie.
It's too bad that he liked it so much that later on he decided to make a like small mini spin-off comic.
Oh.
Called Dragon Ball Minus.
Yeah, that's what the Broly one's based off of.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't make sense if this being his favorite one that it'd be the only canon one up until recent.
It's the one that survives up until...
Because all the other movies make absolutely no sense timeline-wise. This is the only one that you could fit in, and it's only because you could fit it in the beginning, not in the middle.
Yeah. That it's literally just, it's about his dad that we've literally never seen.
And he looks just like him.
Go figure.
It's the closest thing to an evil Goku as we can get. Which turns out they made him still a righteous character.
No,
And there's still
biggest
another
twist.
evil Goku.
Biggest twist. That's he lived. It's Turles.
Oh god, he lives and becomes Turles, and he's just like, I want to see the strength of my son. I'm gonna pretend I'm a space pirate. Oh god, my own
Guys.
son killed me.
Turles has to be related to Goku, right?
Has to like
Apparently it was a
like
common
a cousin.
hairstyle among lower levels.
It was a lower class
Really?
thing, yeah.
Damn.
That,
You just
but
had
that's
the
what they
ghetto
say. That's what they said. It's just like, why do you look like me? Don't you know, Kakarot, that when you're lower class Saiyan, you get only you can only choose between these select haircuts.
We get 3 options. You go bald is one of them.
Like, what?
Do you want to have a Raditz cut? No one wants a Raditz cut.
Radit? Who's Radit?
Raditz.
There you go.
Raditz tried doing the Vegeta thing, but he grew it out too long. Now he just looks like a fake Super Saiyan 3.
Then he went out. I still think Super Saiyan 3 is still my favorite visual canon Super Saiyan.
Can you imagine Super Saiyan 3 Raditz?
Remember,
Dragon Ball Heroes has one, and it is
I heard
stupid long hair.
Oh, amazing. I gotta check this now.
you remember in middle school looking up Super Saiyan 100?
Yeah.
Those
Where
pictures
it's
of like Super
giant-
Saiyan 50
Oh,
of
no.
that
They're-
single figure in that giant bed of hair.
Yeah. It's like it's another version of that that meme of the guy sitting on the chair, but it's actually his brain.
Oh, yeah. The chair's the Wojak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's literally the same exact thing. But do you guys have any thoughts before we get into the story of the video of the movie video thing? Any ideas? Like, have you guys watched it before? Like the actual version, or when was the first time you watched this abridged version?
I think I was in middle school.
Middle school.
Yeah.
My
And I-
goodness, it's been years.
By the way,
I forget how
think
old
the
we are,
videos look
man.
stupid.
Oh my god, that's so long.
Yeah, I looked up just Raditz Super Saiyan 3. It looks so bad.
The aspect ratio can't contain it.
Literally.
Can't even fit. Oh my god. Just
Jesus
going
Christ.
to the next image.
That's so funny. So you guys all
Dude
watched
becomes
it.
a mop. Like,
Yeah.
He has the he's like Rapunzel. He has to continuously brush it.
Weakest one in the room has to be the mop.
Get on the
Do you,
floor.
think, do you think he can like
Get
roll
down.
into a ball and like become like a spiny ball?
He's like Sonic, yeah. That's what I'm waiting for. If Sega isn't like just stop being cowards and just go full into the supersonic thing and just start doing Supersonic 2, just go full in.
No, Supersonic 2 is kind of a thing. It's hypersonic. That's what
Hypersonic?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this
You
before.
didn't know what hypersonic is?
I've never-
Hypersonic is literally just seizure mode.
It's the Porygon episode for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Man,
So
I gotta say, they kind of fell off when they introduced Supersonic's God Supersonic.
Supersonic God Supersonic.
holy fuck. And he's just the same color.
He's just the same color, but lightning.
His hair is up.
He has like a warbling effect, but it's only when you get close, and it's like, why don't you go like that?
I like how Sonic's supersonic hair became Shadow's default hair.
Yeah. It's just like, he looks cool enough, let's just do it.
Fuck it.
And Super Silver came in and he just turned up the brightness.
You mean Trunks?
The amount of time Sonic the Hedgehog tried being Dragon Ball.
And
Kinda worked.
Like whenever they like try, they give it a shot, it works, and then they don't continue.
Because they're like, all right, that's the
That's the furthest we can go.
We stretched it as much as we could.
Yeah.
We already made him super and yellow.
And there's 7 things he has to collect.
At least that's the requirement for being super, instead of your friend dying.
Yeah, I would rather go and try and find 7 legendary artifacts than one of you guys dying.
to be fair, there's a trade-off. One's permanent, one's not.
That's true. That's true.
I was
Super Saiyan you can switch on and off if you want, but Supersonic you need like 50 coins.
Actually, no. If I could just wish you guys back, screw it. I'll do it.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
But bro, trust it. I get stronger, you come back. There's no downside. I promise. You could do the same to me.
You get the punch card. You get one punch.
Yeah.
And when it happens enough times, you get a free ice cream.
Yeah.
and if you want, bro, I'll wait a couple years. Like,
And like if there's like a
I
certain
won't
thing
age,
that
so it'd be cool.
if that game you want that come out in like 6 years, if you want me to wait that long, just bring you back. It's all here.
Wait, I just realized something. Do they age when they're dead, or do they come back the same age that
I
they
think-
were?
I
I think
the
they
same.
come back the same age.
That's fucking crazy.
Which also with how long Goku's dead, and then he finally gets brought back in Super. That's why he's still technically young.
But he
Yeah.
also just looks young because he's a Saiyan.
Yeah,
That
no,
too.
he's actually stays in his prime until like he reaches like 100.
And then he keels over.
Then he starts looking like Paragus.
Then he starts looking like
wasn't it?
Paragon.
No, I was
Yes.
gonna say, wasn't it at like age 80? They
Oh,
finally
like
start
age
aging?
80, but
They like actually start to age.
Oh, jeez.
But until then,
They're exactly the same.
they just hit their prime, and I think they're just in it.
Asian don't raise them. Yeah.
They take a long time to grow, and then once they hit their prime,
Which Saiyan is that? Raisin? Which one is that? Who's that?
I'm
that's
betting
not
that is
a
a Saiyan.
vegetable. That's a fruit.
Oh, sorry. It's a Frieza Force member. Which one is that?
Oh, no. That's one of them ceruleans.
no,
Or
that's
no,
chill. That's chill.
ceruleans or something like that. No, there's now a new race in Dragon Ball. It's one of their main people is a guy named Granola.
Granola.
Yeah.
Yeah, guess what his race is? Yeah,
Goats.
a bunch
Cereal.
It's a bunch of cereal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wrong. But yeah, so
Wasn't that the planet name?
I mainly
Yeah, Planet Cereal.
Yeah.
Planet Cereal.
Planet Cereal.
But yeah, I mainly bring up asking you guys because I never grew up with the abridged, specifically the abridged version of Dragon Ball. I watched this at like 2019. So like
That's when you watched all of Abridged?
that's when I finally saw it all.
Oh,
and
you saw a lot of it then.
yeah, so like
Yeah, you had to fucking watch it.
I binged it all. Like that was around. Like I caught. Like I started watching it. Like I think it was 2019. That's when like they finished the Cell Saga and Broly. Like that. Like it was around that time. That's when I had to wait for the final part of part 60.
I can't believe you actually started watching it after they fucking quit. Dude, we were watching... I remember growing up watching this when I was like 9 or 7. And waiting months, if not years, for the next episode to come out. And it's like 15 minutes of pure bliss, and then I got away again.
And 15 minutes
Yeah,
and then
no, dude,
another year.
And those 10 minutes were never enough, bro.
You watch that 10 minutes over and over again for a year.
To get my fill, I would just start over.
Oh, so you're a Hunter x Hunter fan.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah.
their episodes are pretty rewatchable because of the whole. You can watch it the first time, then you can rewatch it with the whole closed captioning thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you watch it with a friend and you're like, watch how great this is!
And then you can watch it for like the 60th time. Be like, oh, I didn't get that joke.
I've got a friend who he's literally afraid of watching the abridged series because he's like, I know that I'm going to like it, but I want to enjoy the original. And I'm just like, what does that mean? How does that
it
make
means
you not enjoy the original?
He's scared the abridged version is going to ruin it.
Oh yeah, that
Because it will.
Well, I was gonna say it ruined the fan base in a bit with the whole Goku's a bad dad and all of that because it's like they're all
Yeah.
jokes and they're funny and all, but it's like pay attention to the actual show and pay attention to the abridged show.
yeah, separate them. There's a reason why it's called abridged.
And the reason why before every episode they're like, this is a fan-based parody.
we
non-profit.
we are trying to make sure that we get as many people to watch and laugh at this as possible.
This is for fun!
The non-profit thing goes over everyone's head, including the companies.
For real, man. It's like the first thing they mention.
This is non-profit. Non-profit. I still remember the first time it was like, this is a fan-based parody. I was like, where's the non-profit?
And then they got removed, and I was like, ah, shit. Gotta add them.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, no. Growing up watching it, I remember being like, oh, let me see if there's a new episode. Where are their videos?
Wait, did I dream up of all this?
Oh my
Is that all a
god.
fever dream?
They lost their channel a few times.
Yeah, there's
that's
some times where it was
crazy.
just like, oh, episode 58 is down type deal. Like, there was just times
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, certain episodes are gone. Now you just got
Yeah.
to
You gotta view it on like our website or whatever.
That happened with like a Helsing episode, right?
Yeah.
Where like one of those.
I think it was 6.
It was one of my. It was like my favorite one too. So like I went back to rewatch it. I was like, where is it?
Yeah.
Too many musical references, man.
Yeah, and now it's back, but it's like muted for like that entire segment. It's like,
And
god
it's
damn
super
it.
awkward. Bitch ass companies and their IPs, man.
You brought it to my mind, and I want to mention it now. I've mentioned this to you before, but something related to Hellsing. The song they always have, the party song.
Yeah.
I didn't know who made that song until like way later on. And when I finally heard who made that song, I absolutely lost it because it's Andrew WK, who I only knew from one thing.
What?
Destroy, Build, Destroy.
God damn it!
On
that?
Cartoon
Oh,
Network.
Good.
There was a live action show called Destroy, Build, Destroy.
A live action show on Cartoon Network.
When?
Andrew WK, the man who made the song that like party.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, he was the one who made that song. And he also hosted that show.
I didn't think I'd ever hear that show's name ever again.
It was like that was the only good live show on Cartoon Network.
Dude,
and
that
then
was
it
like a mini Michael Bay movie every time.
A mini Michael Bay combined with Mythbusters.
There were two shows on Cartoon Network at that time that were basically like they were essentially like early YouTube is what they felt like. It was Destroy Build Destroy, and it was Dude, What Would Happen?
Oh my god.
Dude,
That's the thing. That's the thing that you're experiencing right now for the first time is Duke just unloads nostalgia on you because he is at a constant state of remembering everything. So he can just bring up that stuff just randomly.
Yeah, bringing up stuff I didn't even remember.
So I was gonna say, when it comes to Bardock, bringing it back, honestly, it's a great abridged, and it's also one of the best early Dragon Ball movies.
It has one of the best memes from the entire series. That I can see the future.
Yeah, they really nailed it with that one. They're like, all right, we're gonna keep this one.
We're gonna make the psychics dumb, and even though they can see the future, that really doesn't help in this situation.
yeah. Just because they're psychic doesn't mean they're smart.
They also,
No, go ahead, go. Probably my favorite though, I'd say, is probably the whole Frieza hero speech thing.
Yeah.
And
Blah,
having that
blah,
be a continuous storyline. I love it. Just from now, because you see the origin of it, versus to when he finally meets Goku and learns all the new ones.
I'm gonna deck you in the schnoz.
Drops Vegeta. I'm sorry, that's a new one.
I'm sorry, that's a new one.
Who are you?
I'm insane from Earth.
He means Saiyan.
Yeah, I got that.
I just like how Frieza just breaks when Goku just shows up. I love that.
Because everything about Goku is just a paradox to Frieza.
Cannot conceive.
Honestly, TFS Frieza, my favorite joke was, I don't even remember the line that Goku said to him, but it was just this moment where just like he leans forward slightly and you just hear the creaking,
the metal creaking.
Do you remember what it was he said? Like Goku said to him?
I don't. It's just like it's another one of those. Just he says something just so incredibly wrong that Frieza just breaks.
Was it he was talking about Hiffle?
Oh yeah, these two big muscly guys tried to wrestle me. No, that was how are you real?
Are you real?
Oh, I know what it was. Like, are you real? Hey, I'm just like you. I pay my taxes one leg at a time.
He just leans forward as you hear the creaking.
Oh man, and Goku's like the one thing Frieza can't kill either.
Yeah, because you have no comeback to I pay my taxes one leg at a time. What do you say to that?
And he's the
You
one who
kill him. You take out his heart.
You point your finger at him and you put a hole through his body.
That's still my favorite key attack. I'm gonna point my finger at you and I'm gonna reach you.
Mayhem was so mad at me because we were playing fighters and Frieza has that ability. And I was just like, I wonder what happens if I just keep pressing this button.
And I'm just trying to dodge out of the way, but it's
He doesn't know how to deflect.
yeah, I don't, because that was my first time playing the game. It's my first time.
Just saying, this is fun. This is fun.
You know what's fucked up about that game? All beam attacks, you can super dash through them. You just
I'll key blast.
I'll key blast.
Beams be super dash.
Right.
That does still.
What does
sound
that
cool.
mean?
More fighting game terms that you have to learn if you really want to get into it.
I play Smash Brothers and I choose Simon Belmont.
When we do the Dragon Ball Fighters episode, I'll show you guys.
When we do that versus episode, that's just where it's gonna turn into you training us episode.
Yeah. Every fighting game we play, it's gonna be me teaching you two how fighting games works, and then y'all gonna go in.
And we're just bashing our head against the wall.
Y'all just push.
This episode of GV versus.
See how it's not us playing the fighting game. It's who survives bashing their head against the wall. Me or Duke.
Who finds the move they like better?
Exactly.
GV versus Dragon Ball Fighters. Dad brought us to school. Dad brought his idiots to school.
Dad brought his illiterate children to math class.
My favorite video is this one where this dad is recording. It's like a Dr. Pepper bottle flung like straight through his windshield of his car.
Oh jeez.
And he's recording. He's like, "You put your kids to school, and they come, and they're still fucking stupid."
I love that voice.
That just needs to be sent to every parent on the planet.
Yeah.
Because no matter what happens, you're gonna get them to laugh. and that I feel is worth it.
So did you two give your thoughts on this?
No, we did not. No, Duke. We have been on a 15-minute tangent, and there's nothing you can do to try and get us on track. Anyway, so what did you guys think?
I enjoy Bardock. Only issue with it is that, well, I guess not issue with it, but it's more just you can see now how things are dated.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it's more like you got to bring yourself back to that era. to truly get it. Otherwise, some things are just going over your head.
It was like it was like a special thing that they did at the end of season 1 before they even did the Frieza saga.
Yeah.
They had a red versus blue joke, and they also had a joke from what was it? Just one of those like
Arby and the Chief.
the green text.
It was
memes?
used in Arby and the Chief, that like very classic like action figure video strain where it's Master Chief Master Chief is the best. He fights the aliens and doesn't afraid of anything.
No, you got it wrong. His name was the name he said was Halo.
Yeah, John. I love Halo.
John
He
Halo.
fights the aliens and doesn't afraid of anything.
I remember being a kid, not having those games and not knowing shit about it. My other friends who also didn't know shit about it, but did have the games, also calling him Halo. And me going to older kids, being like, "Yeah, I love Halo. That guy's cool," and they all just stare at me.
They're all just like,
Gonna kill this kid.
they wouldn't miss one, would they?
My uncle loved video games so much. Loves video games so much, so that the moment that I even saw Halo, it was basically like the first words from it of, "It's Master Chief. It's Master Chief."
Her name is Samus, not Metroid.
That's not till
His
the fifth
name
game.
is Doom. He is Doom.
Yeah.
What is with like sci-fi gun-focused games and the main character being confused as the name of the game?
Because in some cases,
And also Legend of Zelda.
I was gonna say Zelda, yeah.
because usually we'll think about Mario. You got Dr. Dolittle. Like usually there's a
Wars.
titular character, so people assume that every title is the titular character, and it's like super dumb.
Where is Johnny Star Wars? I don't see Johnny Star Wars.
He was gonna be my favorite character.
Bleach is my favorite Shinigami.
So you're telling me this guy's name is Grand Theft Auto?
With the three main characters, one's Grand Theft and Auto.
There actually was a politician at one point who was talking about like Star Wars figurines, and he actually did call him. I think it was Luke Star Wars.
Luke Star Wars.
Mr. Star Wars over here.
It was Luke Star Wars, and I think he called Chewbacca the weird dog thing.
Which
The
is
weird
not
dog thing.
inaccurate. That's not inaccurate.
Anyway, so what did you guys think of Bardock?
No, well, Jinzu, I'm the one who had.
I
Stop taking my thunder! Stop taking my thunder! Get that out of here! Hey, Jinzu.
What did I think about that?
Jinzu, do you think right now? Are you thinking? You better not be.
You remember? I remember.
Oh, I remember.
I'm not high enough.
Yeah, no, you're not high enough to have the excuse to. No! God damn it!
Look how fancy this is. They got the thing and the holder on it, and it charges it, and it's all fancy and stuff.
Imagine
I'm
having a
sad
pen in there and being like, I'm gonna sign my divorce papers with this.
Yeah.
I'm actually sad.
When people
that
do
I
that
did-
with cigarettes.
I'm actually sad. You pull that out. I'm so tempted. If I had it still, I would have pulled out that little. Remember that?
Not into
little
the mic.
that little tiny case that we had, where it's just a little sword.
Oh yeah.
Just like, oh, here you go, get a hit. What the fuck?
Oh, I got a little pen sword.
Nice.
Oh, I remember.
I see what you did there.
No,
Or
it's
is it an actual thing?
No, it's an actual thing. It's a little, it's a tiny little katana on a stand, and you just unscrew the handle, and you got a pen.
nice.
Hey.
That's nice.
It's things like that we just need more of. Little, like, cool little, like, it's unnecessary, but it's still just fun to have.
That's
Yeah,
the
no,
thing.
it's really unnecessary. Like, it's also really useless. Like, the pen doesn't even work.
It does. I'm pretty sure you can't even get the right size thing to replace it, too.
Nope.
I love that so much. It's just
I
like-
literally got it, checked to see if the pen worked, didn't work, and I said, cool, it's a pretty cool decoration, I guess.
Yeah, now yeah, because that's the thing. Like, it has form and function. That if the function doesn't work, at least you have the form.
That's so funny. It just, man, we need more useless things. Yeah, it was very useless.
So that's the thing, Mayhem. Those useless things do exist. You just haven't looked enough.
I don't know where to look for them.
You
I'm
gotta
sitting right
sign
here.
up to subscription packages you get monthly. That's
Don't
where
name
you'll find the
any.
most.
Don't name any. If any of them wanted to sponsor us, that'd be great.
Yeah, what a great chance to get sponsored. Hey, shill us your useless stuff. We'll shill you.
But
Exactly.
that's where I got my useless stuff from.
Exactly.
My cousin has a monthly box thing, but it's like for weed and like marijuana stuff.
That's how I got my machete.
Dude, it's actually really like it's really cool. The service is actually like top notch. They give you like everything you can need. They're like,
That-
"Here,
yeah,
have this,
exactly,
have this, have a little bit of extra.
That's the best part about those kind of like subscription boxes things is that they're just like, you know what? Take all of it.
Take it. Have
They also
something
do
like
have the
this.
whole thing where it's like the longer you're subscribed, the more bonuses you
Yeah,
get.
you get
Exactly,
loyalty. You
yeah.
get loyalty bonuses and whatnot. Like his weed whatever boxes, they come with like extra wraps, like joint wraps and everything. It came with I think he got his own little joint roller. It was like this whole mechanical thing that you like rolled around and shit, and it like perfectly just made it.
You can play bingo.
Yeah.
You can roll sushi with it.
Roll sushi. Yeah, actually, it was that long. it was as long as a sushi roll. As long as a sushi roll.
Man, this is a crazy Bardock episode.
In case you don't know, we call them tangents, where we just go off and just say we're talking about not what the topic
In
is.
case you haven't noticed,
Every
we're in a
so-
podcast.
I'm not even gonna lie. Every so often, I've been looking over to you, Mayhem. Just like when you suddenly say something, I'm just like Bardock, Bardock.
But here's the thing: is that we're also just chilling out.
But see, they have relevance. You
Bardock.
see, after Bardock had that traumatic experience, all he needed to do was to roll up, light up, and he would have chilled out.
You woulda.
offer
he
one
technically-
of Frieza, and guess what? That planet probably would still be here. Like,
He technically did roll up, but it was the bandana with his friend's blood around his head.
Oh yeah.
Lord
Should've been
Frieza
brown.
does not do drugs. He's too cool.
It should. Did you just say it should have been brown, Jinsu?
Yes.
Do you want him to wipe his friend's ass?
No, I'm saying blood oxidizes because it has iron, and when iron oxidizes, it rusts.
But
And
that's
gets
not
brown.
That's not marketable.
But which
that's
is
in
cooler?
our atmosphere, and they're not on our planet.
Ooh.
Ooh,
That's
that's a good point.
Do you think their
and also they're in
atmosphere-
space, which has no oxygen?
And
So
yet
we
he was
don't even know how
breathing?
Bardock's breathing because Saiyan can't breathe in space.
None of them should be able to breathe out there.
I
Only
also
Frieza.
wonder if their atmosphere has some other things in it and causes them to be assholes.
Real. How does if Breather can breathe in space? Doesn't that mean he doesn't breathe at all?
God damn it!
He
Wait,
does,
what?
well, he doesn't. It's not a necessary thing. Yeah. So
He
like
doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm upset now that you guys have.
I think
mentioned
that's what the ears are. That the giant holes they just filter in stuff. I don't know.
Bardock. Okay, I'm upset now because of the fact that like that was the entire point of like it won't matter if I blow up the planet because I can breathe in outer space. There's Bardock going into space to fight Frieza. There's Beerus
Goku?
and Goku in
Yes.
space
Fighting in space.
each other. And then
There's
once again,
Vegeta in like early Dragon Ball Z of him and Nappa out
Yeah,
in
see?
space.
In a
that was filler
episode.
though.
Out, oh right. But still,
Doesn't count.
We'll
Suck
let
it.
that one slide.
Dude, that was the moment that ruined power scaling for everyone.
yeah.
It's just like, oh, how powerful is Vegeta? Apparently he can blow up a planet. You know, just like Frieza. Okay.
He can point his fingers.
What didn't they actually like quantify it in Dragon Ball? Like if your power level is over this amount, you can blow up a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Planet Busters.
Planet Busters, yeah. But then now it just doesn't matter because everybody can just do it now.
Yeah. That's why they tell each other not to point the ki blast at the planet.
And then there's Final Flash, which really Vegeta was being very generous for doing that.
He
He was
said,
lucky that the Earth was round.
like every other planet.
if it was the other way, it would have gotten hit. Jesus.
Power scaling tiers. That's what I'm curious about.
Ah, that'll be interesting. So basically, to start off talking about a bit of the story of Bardock, we start off with Dare to Believe
Oh, it
It!
was timed perfectly too.
With the absolute massacre of this planet, with a bunch of great apes wearing Saiyan armor.
Frieza Force Armor.
Frieza Force armor, yeah. But, it's fully just, you see them just get obliterated by the great apes. And it's so funny. Like, that's something I give Team 4 stars, just how good they are at civilian death.
Yeah, and like showing devastation and complete destruction.
And making you laugh your ass off.
yeah.
And then it just cuts to, like, them just hanging out on the planet they just obliterated. And they're just hanging out, and then...
You had a kid, right?
Hey, Bardock, I heard you got a kid. I wonder who it's with. And that's where the end of the joke is.
Oh yeah, we can't say
Or
much.
you can't
can't
say much,
repeat
but
that.
basically just Bardock. They immediately show Bardock off as this asshole who is just ready to insult everyone.
Yeah, no fucks given.
And he has a friend. Like the entire group of Saiyans, like they're all named like a bunch of random names. My favorite one is Pumbakin,
Yeah.
and he's just a fat Nappa with Gohan's hair.
Yeah, with the bowler cut. He got the what was his name again?
Pumpkin.
No. Mo Howard.
Oh,
He
Howard
got the Mo Howard cut.
with the goatee.
Yeah, he got the Napa goatee.
And they're just hanging out, calling each other assholes, and then all of a sudden the ground rustles, and you see one of the survivors of the alien race that they were trying to obliterate, and he says the legendary line. You say it.
Just put him on the spot. Fuck.
You say it? Who say it?
I'm just saying.
Oh right.
Say his goddamn
I
name.
thought we were talking about the.
You want to
You
say
will
it?
refer to him as Azul.
fucking-
Azul.
You will refer to him as asshole.
To say it correctly, it is asshole.
So something funny I can mention, by the way, is the fact that like all the names of his like Saiyan friends were had dub versions of the names.
Oh, there was a different version. These are the different. There were abridged names, and then there's actual.
So your favorite
names.
was Pumpkin, right?
Bumpkin.
Yeah, it was Shugish. His dub name was Shugish. How is that easier?
How is that? Why did that made me think of the name Seamus?
Totepo, which was one of the miscellaneous ones, honestly, became Borgos.
Borgos.
Yeah.
Burger.
The girl, Serapa, became Fasha.
Fasha.
Toma, his friend, became Torah.
Like the Old
Yes,
Testament.
yes, actually. I never understand why they changed so many things in dub. Like original dub for Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball, not Z, had Master Korin was named Whiskers the Wonder Cat.
And that's all that you need.
Actual thing.
That's direct translations for you.
That's directly.
It wasn't direct. They just said fuck it.
His name is Korin.
Yeah, his name is Korin, and he literally has a line of wait, Goku. Wait, what's your name? I've been called many things. My favorite was Whiskers the Wonder Cat.
It's just his favorite one to be called. So, if you were called multiple names, wouldn't you want to pick the one that you liked the most?
What was that name that
No.
you saw the same video? What was that name for Bulma that they changed her to? But I remember it weirdly enough fit well with her last name in Dragon Ball Evolution, where her last name in Dragon Ball Evolution, I don't know why, is Encanto.
Huh?
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
oh,
they changed Bulma briefs to in Dragon Ball Evolution, Bulma Encanto.
No, it was like I can't remember. It was I know exactly what you're talking about. We talked about this. I can't remember. Oh, it was actually like a weird like spiritual name, and it's like this is the worst name to be given to somebody with the character type of Bulma,
Who is a scientist?
who's a scientist and
an
also
engineer.
has her own selfish desires that she puts out there.
And is 16 years old and will pull a gun on a child.
And shoot and not just pull a gun, but also
Same.
and shoot. But
No
yeah,
questions asked.
but yeah, the alien just comes up and just screams out the "I can see the future," and then
Lena.
oh no, they can see me. What was it?
Lena.
Lena Enchanto.
Meanwhile, Goku became Zero.
Zero.
Oolong became
What?
Yeah, Oolong. Goku
Oh,
became
right.
Zero. Oolong became Mao Mao, in reference to his Chinese soldier attire. Yamcha became Zadaki.
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 Some of
Hey
their
man, what chips are you eating? Zadakis.
some of their romanizations, however, would remain a constant in all other dubs, such as Kame Sennin being referred to as Master Roshi. That's where he first got.
You
his name
think
as
Master Roshi's my real name?
Technically not.
Master.
Yeah, it's Master.
But yeah, this alien guy, he just fully just is an absolute, like, he sees the future, but right after it happened. That's the
Yeah.
best way I could describe their way of seeing the future.
Yeah, and that was the worst part.
And you know what he decides to do? Give Bardock the ability to see into the future after it happens. So Bardock gets, like, he passes out, obviously, because your brain overloading with future, present information at the same time kind of freaks him out, and he starts seeing into the future, and he gets spoilers for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. He also meets Popo.
Yeah, he dies because he tried to spoil it.
Hi.
He gets a heart attack.
I heard that you were spoiling.
He came out, he was going to tell everyone, he was going to spoil Frieza's planet, and he was like, no spoilers, please.
Keep that shit up, I'm gonna have to kill you.
Why were you going 30 miles over the speed limit? I gotta keep it 100.
The premiere just came out. Come on, no spoilers.
What you doing there, Bardock? Boarding my plans?
Spoiling your plans.
Spoiling your plans.
Are you? Am I? You know what? I am.
Then die.
You know what?
Continue.
No, that's the end of the line. Trunks says that to Vegeta and then just blasts him.
That's still my favorite dynamic between Trunks and Vegeta. It's just, screw you!
Yeah.
Well, Trunks is the only sane one. Everyone else is just like, yeah, one-on-one deathmatch makes sense.
And Trunks has had like the worst life.
And he
That's
did.
why he's the only sane one.
He traveled back in time to make sure that Goku doesn't die, and then after the Saiyan, the whole android thing and the cell thing, Goku dies. What the fuck?
Notice me! No!
But nobody else died.
Nobody else died.
Goku was gonna die no matter what. Again.
Yeah.
He ate too much bacon. The true thing that kills all heroes, bacon.
I can't believe that's how Goku was meant to die originally. He just
Had a heart attack.
had a heart virus.
Oh, yeah.
Rare heart virus. He randomly. Oh wait, no. It was because he went on Planet Yardra. That's right.
Oh, because they kept feeding me. They're sick and young, sick and elderly.
Now I can teleport.
Now I have literally the best thing ever.
Wait, is that the reason he gets the heart virus in the original series? That it was because he went to Planet Yardrat?
I think that's
Maybe.
what
I think
they.
it's a fan theory.
It was either. I think they kind of. It was a semi retcon. I think when it first came out, like when Trunks was first happening, they just kind of said like we don't know where it came from. He just
Okay.
had an unknown heart virus that we didn't know how to treat.
It's also Akira Toriyama, so there's literally no way to actually
That's-
predict
Yeah.
or have continuity.
That's what I was about to bring up, because
right.
if that was the case, that he literally said towards the beginning of like, oh, it was because of Yardrat, he retconned that so quick, because guess what happens in Dragon Ball Super? They go to Yardrat! Like, he takes Vegeta to Yardrat.
Yeah.
And they learn some techniques from the Yardrat.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
Vegeta learn the teleport? The
Yeah, he does. He does.
He
No,
does?
he does not learn that. He learns,
does.
no, it was something about, it was either growing or multiplication.
No, he does. He learns this weird technique that halves your power. That like
Yeah.
he's able to like halve the opponent's power.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was about to say, why would you want that?
He needed it for Moro, who absorbs power. So he was just trying to take it.
Let me look up
I'm trying to
Yardrat
just
techniques.
put that guy down.
And then
Oh,
because it's
geez.
Vegeta.
God, look at the Yardrats.
That's what they look like! I've never seen them before!
Just look at a Yardrat.
They look like the Zeno, or like, is that his name?
Yes.
I got it right? Okay, that's the first
Kind
time
of.
I've ever gotten a name right.
Zeno with lips.
They're a physically weak race, but possess the ability to manipulate space and time.
Faith builds.
Very. Spirit control. Spirit control. Being generally a weak race, spirit control is the primary ability utilized by Yardrats. They are capable of using it for many applications, including healing, instant transmission, cloning, and gigantification.
Breathe, Duke, you've been saying too much.
With everyone on Yardrat being capable of using these abilities.
Okay.
Let me find out what Vegeta went for.
What were the things he decided what was useful or not? Because if he was another person who had instant transmission, he'd be another taxi cab. And Vegeta don't want to be a taxi cab.
He would still be the taxi cab. I mean, to be fair, Whis is a taxi cab.
I mean, Bulma still rides him.
I mean,
Oh,
and he rides Goku.
Wait, what?
Vegeta.
What kind of training is this?
oh, this is what they used to look like.
Yeah, that actually seemed more
Is it
familiar
like the
to
more
me.
Egon? Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they super
They
retcon their
retconned it.
design. Oh god.
Or specific, I guess.
I like how it's only when the alien species look like humans are there actual different versions of the alien. Like they're not all just, but when they're like purple, everybody's purple. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
But when
or
it's
Namekians.
human-like ones, they're all different. They're all unique.
By the way, there was
Well, think
also
about
a Yardrat in the Universal Tournament arc.
Yeah, from a different universe.
Yeah, Universe 2.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't they say Universe 1 was too important for it to be part of the tournament?
No, it was like Universe 12 or something like that.
12?
I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was actually 1 and 12, because like basically there's this whole thing that Dragon Ball established that there are 12 universes, and it's the reason why 6 and 7 are so close. That like they're essentially kind of like mirrors to each other.
Okay.
Like they're very linked.
They're
So it'd be
Saiyans.
6, 7, 5, 8, 4 and 9, stuff like that.
Numerically,
Like
it goes.
they're tied to each other.
Yeah, like a
The,
clock.
on the opposite side, they're tied to each other.
Okay, so Akira
So I think it's like
Toriyama.
1 and 12.
So Akira Toriyama saw a clock and said, "I can work with this." I don't know, but yeah. So Bardock is completely out of commission. So they send him to get healed. He sees the future and whatever. But his friends go on another mission, and while that's happening, Bardock is just chilling out. And then he goes and sees his son, and wow, he's got 10,000 power. That's so great. Oh, his son's gonna be such a use to Planet Vegeta. Oh wait, no, that's his wrong son. That's not his son. That's
Broly.
That's Broly.
was
Let's
a banger
check
joke.
Kakarot. Let's see. 2 power level of 2.
Oh.
And
This
with
day could not get any more disappointing.
and then it cuts immediately to all of his friends getting massacred.
Bardock's gonna be so disappointed.
I just like how Goku as a newborn has a power level of 2. And the farmer at the beginning of the Abridged series that shoots the bullet at Raditz has a power level of 5.
5, yeah.
Goku is already almost half as powerful as a full-grown adult.
No. Here's what you have to think about.
Oh.
That's a farmer who has a power level of 5.
He can
That's
kill.
someone that does physical manual labor. Most people would probably have a power level of 2.
With most people,
Yeah.
you would like.
So
like,
that baby would fuck you up, and fuck me up, and fuck him up.
I'll just drop him on another log.
Mayhem
Hey.
at most, you're a 3. At most.
I'm at least an 8.
He may be stronger than most humans, but you're not stronger than gravity.
No, I was just calling
Whoa,
you out.
gravity upon thee! But it's like instead of throwing something, you're throwing the
No,
child.
no, you're pulling a rope that like trips someone. Whoa,
Insert-
gravity.
No, you're throwing the baby off the cliff.
Insert the clip of Makima using her power or whatever.
Wait,
Whoa,
actually,
gravity upon the...
on the contrary, Goku's whole character is that he's a child who lived from a fall.
He did live. He
Onto
did
the
survive
head.
it. Yeah. Wasn't it like a cliff waterfall like
It was
size
huge.
cliff?
It was
Yeah.
huge. He literally fell.
And
How
he
do you
just
guys feel about that, by the way? The idea that, like, oh, that's the reason why he's good? Because he hit his head as a baby.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something else?
What?
That was retconned.
yeah, there's
I know
retcon
it was.
He was,
in Super Broly.
So he's just a
He was always a good guy.
cap.
It was basically, he was always neutral, and they say with Super that it was the planet Earth itself that taught him to become good.
Yeah,
That I appreciate.
that it's their surroundings that cause Saiyans to be more inherently assholes.
I mean, in all fairness, it was, like, Grandpa
Mercenary.
Gohan that was the one that taught him to be a good person.
And
Yeah.
then he killed him.
And then he unfortunately killed him after he turned into a monkey.
And he innocently does not know until he grew up.
until he realized, oh, I'm an idiot.
Have you seen the actual clip of him letting everybody know about the full moon?
I definitely will not, because that actually sounds pretty terrifying, and Akira Toriyama will definitely retcon it anyway.
Well, it's not terrifying. Dude, it's early Dragon Ball. It's a comedy. Who the fuck's gonna say it's terrifying? God damn it. But no,
I mean, I'm pretty scared of the dark, so...
then you're a bitch. But anyway, I'll say this. It was actually
You're
very
scared of 2 minutes from now!
Oh, yeah, no, I'm scared of the future. What could those 2 minutes be doing?
What are they up to?
What are those minutes up to? But no, I was gonna say when it came to that scene where he first lets all his friends know about the full moon, he's like, "Oh yeah, guys, you better make sure to not look at the full moon." And they're like, "Why?" It's like, "Oh well, the full moon's just really weird. I end up passing out whenever I see it, but no, a bunch of stuff gets broken after it happens."
We look
And
up.
they just look at him. Goku, you want to tell us anything? It's like, yeah, no, it's like,
And
what
they're in,
was
like,
the
a
last full moon
small,
for you?
Confined little jail.
With
I
just
would-
a
I would-
sight of the full moon.
I would duct tape his eyes closed and just say, trust me.
No, the sad one was, I think it was, it's like, when was the last time you saw a full moon? That was, before Grandpa went missing.
Also, our floorboards have been smelling a lot recently.
Yeah. No, he definitely buried him. Like, whatever
Under the
happened-
house!
Exactly. Well, that is kind of what happens with Pilaf's castle, because that's when he transforms, destroys Pilaf's castle, gone. Holy shit!
Man, the Great Ape being like the evil power-up thing, that was
always
still
fun.
That's why I like Super Saiyan 4 the most, is because it actually like brings back the Great Ape aspect of it.
The Dragon Ball Evolution made it weird when it was like, he's a werewolf under the control of Lord Piccolo. The fuck?
Stop bringing up Dragon Ball Evolution. This is the second time. You get one more, and I kill you.
Chi-Chi was hot in that movie.
God damn it!
Just get stabbed. Oh god!
So nice of you to have the sword near me.
So anyway, want to tell us about Bardock's dead friends who were killed by?
The Ginyu Force? No. Zarbon? No. Dodoria? Sorry. I just like how, just in perspective of the Frieza saga, it's just like, oh my god, the Ginyu Force, they're the top. But they only came after we killed Zarbon, who only came after we killed Dodoria. So that means that Dodoria's the weakest, right? Because he's the first one that we fought.
Yeah.
Of course, being the bodyguard of Frieza, that means that you're weak, right?
No. We all know. Weakest is Qui. You remember Qui?
Oh yeah,
No,
Qui.
You remember Qui?
Hi, Qui. Bye,
was,
Qui.
Qui was as strong as Vegeta, and then Vegeta.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say Qui was strong? Jesus Christ, that's still stupid.
Wait, who said, like, you said who? Qui.
Qui's gonna say that Qui is
Qui
strong.
definitely said he was strong.
Qui is strongest of them all!
He was as strong as Vegeta.
So
Before
stupid.
Vegeta got his shit rocked.
And then realized, oh hey, I get a bullshit power-up from almost dying.
And they abuse it all season.
Literally that shot of him telling Krillin to blast him, and it's just like, now give me a moment, because if you do it without me being ready, I might go into shock.
What? I didn't hear you.
You are so getting punched!
I was gonna say, when it comes to Vegeta and hurting himself to get stronger, I'm glad that is consistent. It's one of the few things that Toriyama likes to keep consistent. Funny enough, let's do Zenkai boost, right? Where it's like he gets Saiyans get hurt and they get stronger.
You just said a word and my fight or flight kicked in, but it's you, so it's obviously kill.
Yeah, but no, it's like that original boost that he would get from every time he would get hurt as a Saiyan, and then way later on in Dragon Ball Super, it's like, I'm gonna get a power up better than Ultra Instinct. I'll call it Ultra Ego. Okay, what does it do? The more I get my ass kicked, the stronger I get. So you're just Ultra Saiyan.
It makes a glass house form around me! And I'm throwing stones!
It made me laugh so hard just knowing that little extra detail of the more hurt I get, the stronger I am.
Alright, let's just start...
adding to the fact that, like, wait, isn't that a form you learned from Beerus? Beerus, you want to talk about this?
I really hate him. I wanted him to get hurt. But now
Imagine that. It was just Beerus messing with him. He was just pulling a prank. Pranked, bro.
But then turns out but because he's a Saiyan, it worked.
Also, you named your thing dumb. Or
last thing-
Piccolo in the background just slowly backing up.
The last thing you hear before you die, the thing you named is dumb.
Your child is stupid.
Your child is failing his math class. I knew it!
I disagree.
Your child is failing math class. Hakai.
But yeah, so Bardock shows up and finds all of his friends just dead on the ground from Dodoria, and obviously he gets ambushed because he's not supposed to be there. But basically, he gets jumped, and we get a moment where Bardock makes one of the minions kill two others, and it's just, you team killer! How dare you!
His name
Reference.
was Mango, but they call him Mongo.
Mango.
Reference-
Mongo, you're team killing fuck!
Reference to Red versus Blue with Caboose constantly killing his teammates.
Yep.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever seen Red vs. Blue?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
When are we watching that? When are we going to talk about, like, only the first 13 seasons? Because everything afterwards is bad.
No.
I think I just... I saw you shut down for a second.
Got me thinking of all these old YouTube videos.
Yeah. That's what...
We're already watching one, man.
Yeah, we were watching one, yeah. When did that video come out again?
Yeah, so you having fun coming here and I just keep blasting you with nostalgia? Like both of us just keep blasting you?
Why are you roping me into this?
It's like early 2010s, I think, when this video came
Yeah,
out.
it was... Yeah.
Yeah, no, that reminds me of the whole, like, Happy Tree Friends and the thing what was it?
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh, I hated it.
I remember watching that and just being like, why is this made?
Yeah, my teenager cousins showed me that as a 5-year-old. That shit terrified me.
My favorite thing was like somebody like later on, because like it's on Netflix now, and like someone was like it was like under like the category of like gore and stuff like that. And it was like, and someone was just being like, haha, I guess they put it in the wrong spot. The first comment, watch it. First reply from the person, you were right.
I remember thinking about this like not even too long ago, how like Happy Tree Friends, I looked at that when I was younger. I was like, oh, that's bad. I don't want to watch that. It's blood, too much gore. And later on, thinking about like stuff like Attack on Titan and like Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes! Bring the blood!
It's all in now!
Happy Tree Friends was the first of the many action movies that I watched that desensitized me to Attack on Titan. Like, I was already desensitized and like I didn't give a shit right before Attack on Titan came out.
I
And
saw
it
Happy
and that
Tree
shit was
Friends
awesome.
after I saw the first episode of Attack on Titan.
Ugh.
Attack on Titan was like my first instance. Like I saw it in 2013. I don't know if that's actually when it came out or anything like that.
It is.
Yeah.
But I saw the first episode and I just went, "What the hell is this?" Because I didn't really have context of what anime was. Like I just watched Dragon Ball Z. Like Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z was the only anime I grew up with.
Yeah.
Without even really knowing that it's what
Were
it
you
was.
scared?
Well, and obviously Pokemon, but it's not the same.
Were you absolutely terrified?
I was like, what the hell?
Did you shit your pants?
I did something else.
No, I was gonna say it's just like going like, oh man, how should I start anime? Let me watch the first episode of One Piece. That was pretty fun. Let me go ahead and read Berserk real quick.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
None of everything leading up to Berserk could not prepare me for Berserk.
Yeah, even Berserk can't get you prepared for Berserk.
Yeah, no, it can't. It can't. I watched a video about its entire timeline, and I still,
And I'm reading it right now, so.
have fun.
See, I think I'm rather desensitized to things, and I feel like even that would probably.
It's, yeah, like you are, like you could be desensitized, but then Berserk is such a level above desensitized.
Because it's like physical brutality, but also like emotional trauma.
You're getting hit with both at the same time.
But I'm also
and then
kinda
you watch
terrified.
episode 4 of Full Metal Alchemist, and you go, I need to choose one real fast, hold on.
He read Berserk at the same time he saw Full Metal Alchemist, the episode where it's like the dog fused with the girl.
Do you know that?
I've never
I
seen.
don't know anything about
It's
Fullmetal.
one of the
in
most
Fullmetal Alchemist?
famous messed up things.
In Fullmetal Alchemist, there's a researcher who he was learning to make chimeras, and he wanted to make a chimera who could talk, but he couldn't do it right, except for one time when he did it, and it was the same year his wife died. And
Hint, hint. Your eyebrows going up.
Same year his wife died, and then the main characters meet him and his daughter with her dog, and like it's really cute, and they live with them for like a year, and it's really happy, and we find the new chimera, and it's like, oh shit, you really got a chimera to actually talk after like this whole year. And then the chimera calls him Big Brother in the same voice as the little girl.
So they find out she became a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah. And it was like a weird demonic.
Oh shit! What a description.
and the amount of like work that they put in to make you just go, oh no!
They literally say there is no way to fix her. Her only
Escape is death.
Escape is death. They kill her by the end of it.
Right when I started getting into some of some big parts of Berserk, where it was like some early messed up stuff in Berserk. So it was like I was hitting both at the same time, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna stop at Full Metal Alchemist and just get through this part of Berserk.
See, my only thing too is I'm also on like the opposite side of Berserk, where I'm like, what if I read it and nothing affects me, and I'm just like, damn, that's crazy.
You may need to go see therapy.
No, you don't.
know.
After you finish Berserk.
I don't know. A recent thing I did was the whole. Oh, dude, I watched so much. I got really fucking high and just watched a bunch of things on like astrology and cosmology.
Ooh.
So
Damn.
learning about all that while being that blasted, I don't know.
Dude,
I see everything.
I'll see the effects in the coming weeks. So.
between work at Amazon, I would get blasted on dabs with our boys, and then I would be reading Berserk, and I'd be like,
Yeah, he's like at work. He said that he would do that, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So you're like having that like mental break while you're trying to survive the place that's trying to kill you,
And
with
they're
all
like-
them OSHA violations,
and they're like-
and don't come at me, Amazon, because you said the word Amazon, so now that's like a whole thing.
Who cares?
I can say I was an employee. Who gives a shit? But
You didn't sign an NDA, yeah, we're fine.
but like they would
You can just censor their name too if needed.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We can censor who it is.
Well,
but, like-
I'll censor it with pizza.
Pizza. When I worked at Pizza.
But
between
no, when I was
breaks.
listening
Pizza.
to everything,
Don't
that's,
come at us,
that's
pizza.
what I was doing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Pizza
But-
Souza.
Just absolutely destroying yourself mentally.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I know. I'm
worse.
like at work, like losing my mind after what I just read, and they're like, "Hey, you alright?"
And you just give the look of,
And I'm like,
uh-huh.
yeah.
Berserk is the only manga I've actually like had. If I had a nickel for every time I saw somebody reading Berserk and then getting to a certain point and just saying, and I quote, "Oh no, no, oh no!"
Yeah.
I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Is Berserk kind of just like a whole thing where you're like, damn, that's messed up. Wait, yo!
Yes.
You have accurately described
Yes.
the reading experience for Berserk, yes.
Literally just repeat.
And then you go, ooh! And then you go, no!
Just a constant loop of, dude, there's no way that it gets more messed up. And then it gets more messed up.
And then it gets more messed up, yeah.
Holy fuck, it's so detailed. And then you see the prettiest thing you've ever seen before, and you're like, wow.
This is gorgeous.
Man, medieval
then-
medieval times really knew what they were doing. Oh, God!
So, yeah, no, those 2 nickels, it was him at the beginning of Berserk, and it was this other guy I was watching who was making the sword from Berserk, and he said, yeah, so I wanted to get the feel of Berserk, so I started reading it. Here's the audio of me during this part of the Golden Age arc. And it's the exact same noise that he made when he started.
He hasn't even gotten to the end of the Golden Ages.
I'm getting close.
wait.
I'm getting close.
He
Like
read-
he put it in perspective. Duke put it in perspective for me, like how close I am, and I'm getting close. I'm getting there.
Did you meet... No, I'm not gonna say anything.
Don't say. Do not say
I'm not
anything.
gonna say anything.
I tell you about where I am, and you
Did
just
meet
look
Zarbon
at me.
and Dodoria?
Who is the
Did you
coolest
meet
character
Zarbon
you've
and
seen so
Dodoria?
far?
It's still Guts.
Okay.
Is that supposed to change?
When does Goku pop in?
Kind of?
Goku showed up at the beginning and said, "Oh God, I'm out of here."
Zoro got lost in there.
Found your hat.
So go ahead, tell us more about
Oh yeah, bringing it back to Bardock,
your team killing fuck.
where
Oh, fuck.
where Bardock does exactly what Goku does and dispatches of all the minions by himself.
Excluding.
And then Dodoria shows up. It's weird that Dodoria's like now like in this like past version of the world that Dodoria was like a top level person compared to anybody other than Goku.
Complete.
And then and then Dodoria like dispatches of him and thinks that that Bardock's dead, so leaves the planet and starts singing.
Another one bites the dust.
No.
Another one bites the dust.
And
Morbid comedy is the best comedy.
and then
I like how
Dodoria
they do keep the original feeling of Bardock, by the way. Like, a lot of the feeling of Bardock is how awesome Bardock is and how terrifying Frieza and his forces are.
and how
And they
against
keep that. Like, Dodoria is actually menacing in the abridged version as well.
and also just how hopeless it is to try and go against the Frieza Force by yourself, unless you're Goku.
I do like how, like, when it came to Dodoria, they actually, they never, when it comes to all these different villain characters, they never make it like, oh, they're way less terrifying. No, they're still just as terrifying in the abridged as they are in the original, with lines from Dodoria like, I love kids. They leave such little mess. It's like, that's such a messed up line.
There's a lot less to clean up.
It's like so messed up.
But yeah, Dodoria goes back to Frieza and it's just like, give the reports of what happened, Dodoria. Complete annihilation. Complete annihilation. That's just, it's literally just the same shot 3 times over, just Dodoria just bowing.
It was, so tell me your report.
Complete annihilation.
And what about your men?
Complete annihilation.
So you
So
say
you're...
you,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
so you say you killed every living thing on the planet.
Complete annihilation.
And they cut real fast between Zarbon and Frieza.
And Zarbon's just like, Dodoria, shut the fuck up. It's so funny. And just lo and behold, Bardock's what's it called again? The same pod?
Same pod.
Is the same
It's
pod?
the same
Okay,
pod.
okay. I don't know why my brain was just
You
like,
mean
don't
the
go
bubble car?
100% into that.
The
You mean
bubble
the same
car.
part?
The bubble car. We're the Jetsons.
Oh yeah, that was Frieza's little.
I mean,
thing.
the Saiyan pod. I mean, the Saiyan pod.
I mean, the Saiyan pod. I mean, get in the pod. I mean, eat the bugs. I mean, get in the pod. I mean, Saiyan pod. I mean, Saiyan pod.
I mean, peas in a pod. I mean,
I mean,
Pizza.
I'm gonna pod.
I'm in a pod.
That's good, Duke. That's okay.
I'm shit singing.
No!
alright, then what?
So obviously Bardock is going back to Planet Vegeta and just being like, "Holy shit! Our evil overlord is evil, guys!
Cool story, bro.
God damn it! We need to raise an army!
Cool story, bro.
That's not the line, you idiots! Try
No,
again!"
I'm just repeating it
Your
now.
mom's not the line, you idiot.
And it's just like they chose Team 4-Star did the best thing and just make it so Bardock has no hope for this planet.
No one has hope for this planet.
Bardock is just like, all right, I just have a beef with Frieza because he beat me up,
Fuck it.
or because Dodorio beat me up. And
Nah, dude, if that happened to me, I'd be yelling out for Frieza and I'd just be like, bro, let me help you.
I want to kill Frieza. Take my application.
Oh, I think there was something when it came to Broly that like the Broly movie, the new one for Super. There was this whole thing where people noted that in the scene where Bardock is having this exact moment of going off to fight Frieza, you could see some Saiyans.
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
did actually get some people to come with him.
He did build up a resistance, which makes the Super Bardock just better than the Z Bardock.
I actually do like the Super version of Planet Vegeta a little better because
And everybody's not an asshole.
Yeah, no, that was always kind of a thing with Dragon Ball for the longest time of you don't feel bad that Planet Vegeta was gone.
That's why they
were
never
a
wished
bunch
it
of
back.
Conquerors. Who gave a shit? Meanwhile, in this, it's more like, yeah, they were still kind of conquerors, but they weren't just the most evil race to have ever existed.
We saw an actual structure on how they live.
Yeah.
Where you see the soldiers separated from the people that are just helping them out.
The workers and all that kind of stuff, yeah.
Remember Goku's mom?
And how she
I
was.
remember Goku's mom.
I remember
got
that they
big-ass
still
hands.
lived in like mud huts,
Yeah.
and that didn't help with Frieza's statements against the Saiyan race.
Well, you know the reason why. It was basically just because they were at constant war with other planets.
They
They didn't want to focus on improving the households.
except for the main palace. That shit had to be absolutely decked
Had to
out.
be pristine. You're saying that the highest person of the entire planet was living in luxury?
And then
No way.
and then kept asking himself, "Can we get much higher?"
Well, we saw the
And
low
Vegeta said
level.
yes.
Bardock's a whole low level warrior, so that was probably just a low level village.
Yeah.
And also, I can't get over the fact how many times they call it, like in the show, they refer to Bardock as the scientist, and it's like, what?
Wait, when?
They do it once in the
OG
Abridged.
dubbing type deal. They
Oh,
they
yeah.
refer to him as the scientist because the whole Superman
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
They do it once in the Abridged with in
They
Broly.
really wanted him to be Superman. They really did.
I don't know why.
Well, the reason why is because, in all fairness, his story matches up just right enough to make it easy to sell to people of like, hey, it's basically like anime Superman. And that's what made it sell a lot more.
That's Ultraman, you idiot!
That's so weird. Why not?
No.
But I like Goku's original story better. Like how he
It-
came from a race of assholes.
Yeah, the son, the assholes, and him
Becoming-
one bonking his head, and two experiencing a planet that isn't ruled by assholes, and
Well, I mean,
well, in nature, like it wasn't like a interplanetary thing.
yeah,
Like they were.
he was able to thrive in nature with Grandpa Gohan.
He was able to be left alone.
Which, by the way, it's for both Goku and for Superman that...
Kansas, yeah.
no. Kansas, okay.
Like growing up in nature in the wild. Like
I wasn't going to say Kansas. It was going to say something completely different, but okay.
Where are you going with?
I was going with the fact that there's a Japanese story that they're both kind of inspired by.
Oh,
that is basically like it was this old couple who found what was it? It was a peach in the forest.
It was a giant.
Yeah,
It was a giant peach.
Yeah, I
And
know the story.
both Superman and Goku find ties of their story of like coming to a foreign land, like all that stuff, from that.
Dragon
And so that is
Quest.
the reason why they're so connected. Like
That's so funny.
you can't avoid the fact that people are going to say that Goku is a Superman-like character for Japan.
when they're both inspired by the same, when they both have similar ties to the same kind of story.
Yeah.
They can make plenty of characters that are basically
And-
just Superman in the future.
Well, it's also
it's
I think
still going to be Goku.
I think it's also technically more with like Goku is more inspired by that story, while Superman's a bit more inspired by the Moses story.
Yeah, no, Superman's a mix of Moses and also with that.
You know where I found out about the? You know where I first saw the Mango Boy story? That was in Samurai Jack.
Oh yeah,
Mango?
Jack, yeah, Mango Boy or whatever the hell.
Peach?
it's a peach
Peach
in
Boy,
the
my
original
bad,
story.
my
Yeah,
bad, my
no,
bad.
no,
I mean,
it's
a
fine.
mango on a fork.
No, it was Peach. It was Peach. It was Peach. But like,
Understand, if it's a mango, he's popping out Hispanic immediately.
The true Dragon Ball Z experience.
Yeah.
It is the true Dragon Ball Z
Let's
experience.
go. But yeah, that was in Samurai Jack. He tells it to a kid. Jack is telling it to a kid, and it like the art style changes and everything, and it's like
Oh, it's one of those stories.
Yeah.
And
It's
Jack's
really
just still my favorite little tiny bit in Samurai Jack. When does the magic start?
Yeah.
There's no magic, is there? It's so good. But yeah, just Bardock just being like, all of these guys are assholes. I'm gonna go fight Frieza on my own. And then he just goes up and just starts fighting a giant army from Frieza, the Frieza Force army, and somehow is able to actually get to Frieza. And he just starts going on this speech, and Frieza just goes in an inner monologue and just goes, "Oh my God, they keep on saying the same shit. I gotta start counting. It's the only way I'm gonna keep myself sane." Is he done yet? He's still not done yet. I guess I got more important things to think about. What kind of wine am I gonna have? Red wine, white wine, or dare I say rosé?
Ooh, I could even invite Cooler. It's his birthday soon. Nah, never mind. He's a prick. By the way, I was gonna say with the story of the kid popping out of the mango. Now, I just imagine he pops out the mango. It's just. First thing he does is that classic the shout.
And instead of the Ezekiel's horn, it's the
Hell yeah!
But like in the distance,
yeah. It's
it
just
like has to be like echoing a little bit.
like in the mountains.
Yeah.
In all fairness, he didn't have to go off and fight those ogres in the story.
He chose to.
No, he went to the ogres and he brought them food, Mexican food. Say less.
Are you okay, Duke?
Quickest way to settle an argument: just give him food.
Duke, are you all right? Do you have a fever?
Mexicans,
Do you have a fever? Thank you, Duke. Now shut up, Duke.
Churros.
But yeah, but obviously, with how strong Bardock has gotten from getting his shit rocked, it's still nothing in comparison to Frieza, first form Frieza, and because he just fully just starts to set up his giant death ball. Wait, no, it's not death ball. It's supernova. That's the name of the attack.
It's a giant death ball. That's a good description.
I think it was just called.
I'm about to put on my nerd glasses real
Do it,
quick.
do it.
Coolers is called the supernova.
Yes, Cooler's a supernova. Yeah.
Frieza's is called the death ball.
Yeah.
It's like Pokemon moves.
God, I forgot. I think that was one of the first things that made you and me friends, by the way, of us talking about Dragon Ball.
You and I.
That was the first line that made me hate him.
The first.
The one without a degree correcting the one with a degree.
Yeah.
The world we live in.
But no, I remember that was like one of the first things that we were actually talking about and hanging out with. Of like, we were talking about, I think it was Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and just talking about a whole bunch of different Dragon Ball stuff. It was so much fun.
Because no matter what it is, it's just when someone has seen the same thing as you and you're able to quote things at them and they quote it back to you, that's just you can't really find that too often because you're just like, stay, please don't go, come back.
Just say something wrong about Dragon Ball, they'll return.
There you go.
Just like Cooler.
The return of
Cooler with a vengeance.
with a vengeance. Wait, so
Requiem.
revengeance.
Just start adding shit.
As many of them as possible. Yeah. So yeah, Frieza just sends out the death ball and it's just fully just, and Bardock is just like, this is all for nothing.
Well,
I'm dying.
dead.
But then he sees the future, and then he sees Goku facing off against first form Frieza. He's only done that in the opening. but not in actuality.
That's still so funny. The fact that he never sees any other form of Frieza.
Are you sure? Do you think he even knows about the other forms, the first three?
Did he keep it a secret?
Well, Frieza definitely kept his transformations a secret.
But do you think
Yeah.
like Krillin and Gohan would have mentioned it?
or Vegeta?
Vegeta, no.
I mean, they all found out at the same time, right?
I'm just trying to remember if in Resurrection F,
If
Goku
he-
showed up when Frieza was in first form.
I don't know.
Oh my God, he is in first form in Resurrection F.
Yeah. and
Oh.
Because
He
I'm pretty sure he
skips-
was first form, and then he goes, "All right, let me just skip to my final form."
Yes, that's right. He does say that. Let me just skip to my fourth and final form. But lo and behold, I'm gold now. And then later on, I'm not saying it the same way.
What, you talk about how he became Black Frieza?
Well, he's going to be.
No, he is. He's black now.
I'll let you have that all by yourself, dude.
So
I'm
now
gonna
we
cut. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna when I edit this episode. I'm gonna
it's
boost the audio.
It's just 5 seconds. It's just me saying he's black now, and it's just that. The rest of the video has been just deleted.
It's going on for over an hour. Yes.
See, we now have 2 shiny Friezas.
I'm so pissed that they just gave him another color. Like, really?
Give him Cooler's
Yeah, I was
form.
gonna say, give him
Really?
a cooler like transformation. Give him something different.
Don't change
so
his.
many, there's so many things you could do.
Don't change the contrast on him. Stop it.
You could bring back Form 3, but make it more, like, refined and polished. I don't know.
Like that.
That's what Cooler's final form was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more Form 2, I guess.
like when
No,
Krillin
Form
thinks
3 'cause
of
the whole thing on his head and things coming off and everything.
Isn't
That's
it
what
called,
Cooler
like,
had. He just
Form
had a different
5?
design.
it is called the fifth form. Yeah.
It's called the fifth form. Yeah.
Oh, right.
But like there's that shot that like Krillin. I remember in at least the Kai version that like when he's in his third form and Krillin's just like, oh my god, he said he even has another form after that, and he thinks of like some crazy like weird designed like more evil version of it, and then he does transform and it's the final form, and he's just like, wait, why does he look like that instead of something more terrifying? And Piccolo's like, you idiot, that means just because he doesn't look intimidating doesn't mean he is, or doesn't mean that he isn't.
And then he proceeds to be the coldest villain in Dragon Ball.
He proceeds to hold Goku by his shirt while Goku's on his knees at a full 90-degree tilt, and his Frieza's standing up.
Another bath.
I just like how short Frieza is. I just
I know.
love it.
When you see Vegeta, tell him I said, like a bitch.
I love that image of just Goku basically on his knees and just Frieza holding him, like fully standing up straight, and just seeing how much shorter he is. That's such a good shot.
God, I need to rewatch the Namek saga of the Abridged series. No one watching
Yeah.
it.
They're doing a commentator thing, watch through of it, where they're actually going through over the episodes, and they're a bit more proud of the Frieza saga, so they're actively like actually doing they did every episode all like by themselves instead of when in the first season where they did as many as possible in one episode.
Well, it's because I see it more as season 1 is like internet humor for that era, and then from season 2 on, it was more like, all right, let's get a little bit more refined humor and try to make this last.
Let's actually make it something worthwhile.
And it has some surprisingly very well writing in it.
And the product, not product, what was it? The production value also went up too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With time came quality.
My favorite thing when it comes down to it is my favorite description they've mentioned about like their feelings about most of the show is the number of times they were like, wow, this is a really good dynamic in the show. I'm scared what we're going to do when we get to the next dynamic. And then they go to the next dynamic and it's better than the previous one. Like it was
It was Vegeta and Frieza.
Where it was like this really plays well off of each other. And it's like they were so scared going into Goku and Frieza. And they go into it and it's perfect.
It's literally just, oh wait, Frieza likes to use a lot of big words. Goku doesn't understand most of the big words, and when he tries to understand it, it doesn't work.
What was it he said? It was just, it was something like around the lines of like, stop using big words you just learned.
Now you're just being
Now you're just being rhetorical.
That's not what that means!
God damn it.
But yeah, you basically summarize this entire movie.
Yeah, it's in 3 parts. Just they go to getting messed up on the planet, like going like the beginning planet getting the psychic powers and getting almost killed by Dodoria, then just Planet Vegeta, and then just going and dying to Frieza.
Yeah, the last detail that we missed was after he gets that vision of Frieza. Then they add in here where it's like it goes to a vision of and then he fights a big green bug man and then a pink man baby. Okay, it's going away. Wait, it's coming back. It's coming back.
He's bringing up GT.
Bone pada pada, bone pada pada, bone pada pada, bone pada pada.
Fucking kill myself.
Jinsu, me first.
And I accept the
In-game,
sweet
in-game,
release of
in-game.
death. I don't even remember what I thought of GT when I first saw it. I just remember watching it with my brother because it was like, we don't have anything Dragon Ball right now. Here's this. I don't even remember what I thought. I just remember, I think I was just young enough to just be like, yeah, I accept this. I accept this as just reality.
I was old enough to go, wow, this is bad, but I'm gonna keep watching because it's still Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I was young enough to be like, oh look, Super Saiyan 4, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, then that came around, and I was just like, that's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the only arc of GT I saw, actually.
that
Funny
okay.
enough.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, when that's the only part that you watch, GT is good. When you watch all of it, GT is good at the end.
Yeah, I first heard of GT with like the Omega Shenron arc and everything, and then I
Heard the
started watching
rest.
it, and then I started watching because they started airing it on like Toonami or Adult Swim, and so I would stay up and watch it, and I'd be like, "Wow, this is shit."
Why did I do this?
I'm going to bed.
Wow.
Oh, dude,
Awful.
I don't even want to try to rewatch GT because, especially with everything that I am now, I'm like, oh, dude, this is gonna be garbage watching this.
Yeah.
There's gonna be contradictions and just overall just wrong statements said, and you're just like, you're wrong. I hate you.
Take a hit every time they.
You would die. You would die. Just
Turns to shit.
if just doing any of that in any part of GT, you would die
Yeah.
with anything. But yeah,
Episode 1. What are they doing?
But yeah, then we get like a shot of like an
Panda
extra
kidnapped
part
again.
where they show Cooler from the Cooler movie, and it's just like since this was like they weren't even planning on actually doing a Cooler movie, they just wanted to do like a quick like joke with it, and like earlier Frieza called him a prick, and it's just like, Senor Monsieur Cooler, why are we not shooting down the pot? Because I'm a prick.
Yeah, because I'm a prick.
And then we get the Superman opening. With the kid with Grandpa Gohan fighting Baby Goku on the ground. I think I'm going to name you Clark. Hi, Clark. That's stupid. No. How about Goku?
You like that? Yeah. Wee.
Throwing him up.
Wee. Wee.
Oh shit!
Smack. Clocks his head. That's how Goku became good.
No, that's how in the abridged one. It's how he became the idiot hero.
What?
That's what I said at the end.
No, I know. Remember? It's the beginning of Dragon Ball. You hit your head as a baby, didn't you? What? What?
God damn it!
This movie is so fun, and also, once again, like I said, I'm glad they don't. That's my favorite thing about TFS. They don't ruin the original spirit of a lot of this. Like, first season, yeah, they mess it up quite a bit, because it's like, internet humor, shove it down his throat!
10 minutes only.
People who care about the content they make.
Yeah.
Good lagoon.
That's exactly how I feel. They care about what they make. Good.
I
But
can enjoy it, and then I'll enjoy it again,
And then
again, and again.
I think, yeah, like, of that time that I started watching it to now, I've rewatched it, like, the same amount of times as you.
Probably.
What about you, Azul? What did you think?
I enjoy it, but my goodness, have I rewatched this so many times.
Yeah.
It's just, you have to just hold your tongue and your... hair in my mouth. Just hold your lore, like, just wanting everything to be exactly the way that it's supposed to be correct. And just understand it's Toriyama, he's never gonna get it right twice.
Literally writes as he goes along, so
Yeah.
anything that works, hey, it's coincidence.
Hey, that sounds cool.
Anything
Hey.
his editor says is cool.
And if it doesn't, then the editor just kills himself and they get a new one.
When it came to his editor, I still say the entire thing of Toriyama and his editor is still the funniest thing of, especially the Android saga. That is the point when you realize that he didn't know what he was doing, and yet somehow landed. How did he land?
Because he's a story writer. He's been story writing for years.
And then,
decades.
but then he just obliterated Gohan in the Buu saga. Just completely just completely
Sorry, my
threw
editor
out
stepped
the
out for the week.
Because people were like, we want Goku, bring Goku, at least have some Goku. And he was like, well, guess I better throw everything I had out of the window.
Instead of incorporating it into, like, assisting into also having Goku.
Oh yeah, but what I was meaning when I was like, how did he land it? Is just the fact that it was like, okay, here are the 2 androids. Those androids are ugly. Replace them. Oh, okay. 2 more androids.
They're too young.
Too young. They look like brats. Cell. He looks ugly. Cell.
Why the lips?
Perfect Cell.
Okay.
Okay, you're good.
That works.
What a jawline, bro.
What a jawline!
Oh my.
So this is what it's like having lips.
Wait, is that what he looked like after he beat me?
Am I allowed to be offended?
What would happen if he ate Popo?
No.
No!
No.
Too strong.
Enough.
Too
Get out
strong.
of here.
Popo would eat him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. I like how he went the correct way.
He'd try to
Popo
absorb
eats
Popo
him.
and probably melt.
I can see the future.
I feel bad knowing when it came to the whole thing about overpowered Popo, they were never able to abridge the scene where...
Yeah, it was in Boo where it happened.
Yeah.
That gave him the idea for an overpowered Popo.
You remember the scene in question, right? Jinzu. The scene that made the joke of overpowered Popo?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
Boo Saga where he's taking on both
Punches
Goten and
from Super Saiyan Goten and Super Saiyan Trunks.
And then decides to slurp down on the Kamehameha.
He's Popo.
Oh,
Do you think it
that's
would taste
right.
hot?
He's plasma.
Yeah, that's why.
So
That's
the
it.
answer is yes.
But do you think there actually would be flavor to it, like with all the different colors?
Maybe from the dirty ass hands.
Great flavor.
Oh,
it would
that's
taste
right.
like soul.
Soul.
The soul.
What does that taste like? Jinzu, do you have something to tell us?
Great flavor.
Tastes like cumin.
Oh,
I have students from the DWMA chasing me.
what?
Great flavor. Go figure.
Do you have a philosopher's stone?
I wouldn't bet against it. Yeah, this is fun. This was fun.
I like how you say that, and it's just like, oh, okay, I guess he's done talking now.
But yeah, this is fun. This is fun.
End of the episode.
And my
And episode, no.
And scene.
because that was my thoughts with me. It was just thinking about Key Blast because it's just a thought. That
Oh,
I
your
have.
final thought
that was-
what do Key Blast taste like?
Yeah,
Great flavor, yeah.
I would have guessed a little bit of salt, lemon.
salt and lemon. Oh, I'm not gonna try that.
Bro, have you seen how dirty they get their hands? She gonna
They
taste like
sweat.
salt, bro.
Yeah, sweat and clam.
And like minerals.
I don't like that.
You think the Gallic gun tastes
That's
like
it.
garlic?
I'm eating Key Blast now.
The Gallic gun definitely tastes like salt. Any attack from Vegeta tastes like salt.
Okay, but there's gotta be a hint of garlic in that shit
It's
too, right?
gotta be garlic.
Especially in some of the games where they just misspell when they show the name of the attack that you're doing, and they just misspell Gallic as garlic. And
Well, that's what it
and
is.
and then you go to it's perfect that Baby was the one to take Vegeta's form so that because he actually does garlic gun. That was actually a thing that they did in GT.
All attacks by every attack done by Yamcha tastes like desperation.
Tastes like loneliness.
The strongest Saiyan attack, Arugula Beam.
Arugula beam. The carrot cake.
All of Goku's attacks just taste like carrots.
Duke, what's next?
What's next? It is actually going to be episode of Bardock now.
Another Bardock.
It's going to be the second Bardock thing of him going back in time.
Oh,
Go back in time.
where he gets blasted back in time for marketing purposes.
Very much so.
Anyway, thank you everybody. Wait, do you guys have anything last to end before I end it? And anything to add? Anything last things to say?
I got one thing
That's
that'll
a
make
surprise.
you laugh. I got one thing that'll make you laugh of the villain that's in the next movie we watch.
Yeah.
He actually pops up he has a second appearance in something Dragon Ball.
Hey.
It is Dragon Ball Heroes. He pops in as one of like these ghost of movie villain past, basically.
Dude, Dragon Ball Heroes is everything you could ever imagine and more.
Damn.
That's great.
They got that?
It crazy.
They got that.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
Anything
guys?
you can think of Dragon Ball Heroes has.
What was his name again? It was
A good story?
Okay, maybe not.
Chill. Yeah. It was Chill.
Chilled.
Chilled.
Lord Chilled.
Lord
Dragon
Chill.
Ball will never have a good story. It'll always be awesome for its flair.
And that's
Well,
why
are you saying that
Go
Lord...
back to Dragon Ball.
That's true. I
get
should-
them Dragon Balls.
Are you saying
can
that
grab
Lord
my balls.
Chilled was not a good villain?
He was alright. I liked him better in the Abridged.
I really liked it when Zoro showed up. I can't wait for Dragon Ball Super when Zoro shows up. I think it's gonna be great. All right. I got no laughs out of that one. I'm fine. I'm not emotionally hurt, I swear.
You're very
End the
ugly.
fucking episode.
Don't forget, everybody, before we go, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.
Passionately kiss that subscribe button.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Bye. If you want to see more of our content, you can find our YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter on our Linktree at linktr.ee/greenvillains. That's linktr.ee/greenvillains.